And so the new holy war has effectively started, as the teachers of old, from both Seldoris and Meliodas, goes all out. The question is, though, will there be anyone who can stop these old-timers when they go all out? Probably not, because in the end despair always wins. However, this is the Nanatsu no Taizai chapter 257. Arthur stabbed himself, and the light flickers as he still apologizes to Merlin for meeting the expectations. It's almost kind of cute. At the same time, it's almost kind of annoying, but also kind of heartwarming in the sense that both Merlin and Arthur apologizes to each other for not being, meeting each other's expectations. Arthur is very thankful for Merlin for everything she did for him, and every time he has felt weak, he has said, I'm sorry to Merlin. And Merlin has always wanted to find Arthur because Arthur was her hope, although it's not exactly known why. As he closes his eyes, suddenly um, uh, we hear a voice saying, muster the last of your strength and destroy your own heart. It's very likely the brainwashing. We also see a voice who says, this is just too cruel, Arthur, you lied to me. We also see the memories on where they started to meet. When Merlin in a robe met the young Arthur for the first time, taught him how to fight, as well as the time when Arthur pulled the sword that would eventually be the destiny. We also see his jealous stepbrother in that background. Elsewhere, the knights have contacted the seven deadly sins to prepare for the new holy war. As Hawk tries to cheer up Keith, something very strange has happened to Keith. Actually, his entire face is trembling with rage, and he has anger in his eyes, saying something like, why, how can this be? Is it possible that he is the one who said, Arthur, you lied to me, or something else? Is this meant for something? Well, it's not exactly known what has happened to Arthur, because apparently Elizabeth can completely heal him as long as the sword is inside of him. It appears he's neither dead nor alive. He's stabbed, and Merlin talks like he is dead. However, at the same time, I'm not really sure if he really is dead. I never liked his high-pitched woman voice, but it's at least in the Japanese one. But it's still worth noting that, as Merlin said, he was a young man with very strong potential. In the history of uh, King Arthur, it it was true that Arthur did die. However, we're not at that point of the story yet. So it's not known as... it appears, though, that Arthur's body is mortally wounded, but his soul is gone. Is it in his body, or is it absorbed into the sword of the young heroes? We don't know. Because now... as Escanor is prepared to knock on the door in order to give some encouragement despite being in his prideful form, Elizabeth unfortunately says the word, he is someone irreplaceable to you, like Meliodas is to me. Our last chapter revealed that they are not... Arthur and Merlin are not in love with each other. They are just care for each other like master and student. And unfortunately Escanor misheard that. The only reason why what Elizabeth mean in those words is that Arthur and Merlin will do anything for each other because they are very thankful for each other in their life. And Merlin has forgotten how short a human lifespan is. However, meeting Arthur, she saw much light. And we also see a flashback I think very likely when her town was destroyed. We see the goddess Elizabeth and Meliodas as Elizabeth slowly heals the tears and the soul of Merlin, revealing that she did that a long time ago, and we even see a small tear. Apparently Merlin has not cried for 430 years. The last time she did that was when she ate some kind of demon frog liver cake from Meliodas. With that, with her resolve once again back again, she is gonna go with the meeting because the goddess's brainwashing ability has no effect on her. However, she swear to stop the curse of Meliodas and the Demon King, and she will not lose any more precious people. Elsewhere in the meeting, Escanor is also in the meeting, and the other two archangels are actually surprised to actually recognize Mael's grace inside Escanor's sunshine. And with that, Merlin goes through the strategic on what they are going to do. The first defense will be stationed across their positions at Loaness to the bitter end, and a search and destroy force will make their way through South Camelot, clashing with Demon Clan's armies head on and destroying any trace of them. And then they'll take the minimum amount of people to form an assault squad that will direct assault Camelot. The commanders of the Brood defense forces will be Dreyfus at the south gate, Grimor at the east gate, and Hendrickson at the north gate, or at least that's what originally planned. Hendrickson, still brainwashed and a little bit of a man crush on the goddesses, has actually decided to join as bodyguard to Ludiciel. I mean, I really hope he snaps out of this soon. While no, sorry, not Dreyfus, Hauser will join the search and destroy forces together with Gilthunder, or so it's also presumed. Gilthunder will also become the bodyguard of Ludiciel, but not for the same reason as Hendrickson. After all, Ludiciel is in the body of Margaret, and he has vowed to protect that since he is her knight. While Tarmiel and Sarmiel will command the search and destroy forces on behalf of the four archangels, and also it seems, and also the giant and the fairy king forests have sent their armies to join in the fight as well. Are they gonna be commanded by King and Diana? Who knows? I wonder if they can change their moments. The assault squad will be made of three people: Escanor, Lord Ludiciel, and Merlin, so to speak, because they are the only ones that can stand against Seldoris piety. After all, piety can only work on those that run away, and Escanor in his Dawn form will never run away, as well as Lord Ludiciel, who's just too arrogant to run away, and Merlin is immune to commandments, so she doesn't have to do that. So, as Ludiciel taunts Elizabeth for not joining the assault squad because she's joining the search and destroy, strangely enough, the other two archangels talks back to Ludiciel for his or they words and saying like, stopping Meliodas from finding the remaining commanders is a vital role. Besides, we need Lady Elizabeth's support. They may not like Meliodas, but maybe, yes, maybe, they still have that small amount of trace of respect of Elizabeth still, because it's clear though that Ludiciel has not learned a single bit from his deceased part. It's during this time he actually reveals that Hendrickson has actually volunteered to become a bodyguard. So and Gilthunder also goes to protect it, as it's Margaret, who as Ludiciel just smiles of the fact that allies is going together. But the demon forces are getting more and more as the goddess seal is almost released, and with that, so will a lot of people. As the napping and pacifier demon unleashes their true forms, they even quote the lethal weapon a little bit when they say, we may be getting too old for this, but let me show them what we really can do. With that, the true demons of napping and the pacifier are now unleashing their true forms. Last time, the seven deadly sins could not even scratch the true form of the pacifier demon, and more than that, two kings couldn't even do that as well. However, the holy war begins in the next chapter, it is said. Will the giants really work together with the humans? Will they follow Diana? Will the fairies also join in all of this? What about Ban? Will he ever get back from the hell thing? And it's also worth noting that the goddess seal is almost removed. So does that mean more goddess clan members will join? Who knows? All I know is despair is definitely winning. So all in all, it's just a setup chapter. What became of Arthur? No idea. If he's not dead, which he probably isn't, wouldn't surprise me if he's an important character to all of this entire plot. It's very likely that he will resurrect him with his magic and well, just change the world, so to speak. The biggest surprise, though, and the biggest question, though, is uh, what is Keith's anger that? Is he or I mean, is that even a he? I don't even know the gender of that thing. Is it possible that Keith is angry at Arthur for doing this, or I mean, dying away, or is there something else? If Arthur is not dead and will return, it's very likely he'll return with his magic and with that just cloud and everything. But now the pacifier and napping demon are out with their true forms. Who can stop them? Are they on the assault? Aren't they on the assault squad of the search and destroy? Then, if they're on the assault squad, then I highly doubt any of them can destroy those two demons. But we'll see, won't we? The Holy War begins in the next chapter, but it starts now. Give me your thoughts if you have any.